And now we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ruff stream. I mean, the RuffRadio. What? It's not the stream.
The Ruff stream sounds like a kinky thing. So, well, we already have a mask here, and I am a dominant. So,
well, I mean,
what's the safe word?
Schmeckel is normally on those streams, and so I guess you could say it is that.
Wow. Yeah. What's our safe word?
For you, sweetheart, it's gonna be strawberry. If you can't tell, I've had a few drinks, so.
All right, so you all know who Samaj is. He's been in 1 or 2 streams with me.
Yeah, I've seen him in the streams.
Yep.
Hello.
And so we got a new person today, Lady Machiavelli. Why don't you introduce yourself, shill your channel and such?
Hello, I'm Lady Machiavelli, and yeah, I just started a channel, I think a couple months ago, and it kind of exploded from 1 subscriber to 500.
And I wonder why.
Yeah.
So those of you who don't know, she was the one that had that little rant towards Robinson. So
I'd been listening to Mr. Dapperton respond to Lavelle Robinson while at work, and the whole time I was just seething with anger about it. So the minute I got home, I set up the mic, and I had to re-record it a couple times because it every single time it ended up going into just me screaming into the mic, just be like, "You fucking asshole." So yeah,
you were rightfully angry about that. So
yeah, but yeah, if you guys want to start talking about some kind of topic, any suggestions?
Well, how will we talk about the election, since that's a big thing this month right now?
Yeah. Oof.
So that seems to be on everyone's mind.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you're American or not, Machiavelli.
Yes.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Samaj is Canadian, so he didn't get to vote, but did you vote? Or
unfortunately, I worked that day, and by the time that I got off work, I was just like, I'm so sick of all of this. I don't like Hillary or Trump in all retrospects. I don't know. I don't like the idea of picking the lesser of 2 evils. Yeah. So I was just like, I don't know about that. But I'm going to give Donald Trump a chance, you know. There's some things that I'm agreeing with and some things that I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
but we'll see.
His first few weeks in office are actually doing pretty good, I would say.
Oh, definitely. I'm really happy about that, because the one thing that pissed me off about Obama's another person is here, but
keep going.
But the main thing that I hated about Obama's presidency is that it felt like nothing was getting done. At least with Trump's, shit seems to be actually happening, and so at least something's happening, for better or for worse.
Right now, I would say it's kind of the good things that are happening, except for the whole wall thing. But
yeah, I don't know.
Well, but of all presidential promises, the wall is not the worst we've seen in our lifetime.
Definitely not.
I mean, it's not a brilliant plan, and I think that financially speaking, we have better decisions that could be made. I honestly, with the funds that he wants to throw at the wall, I would basically refine and improve the way that ICE works, because that's going to get the same accomplished that the wall intends to, as far as limiting illegal immigration.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like the wall is going to be more symbolic than actually effective. So
I think that his efforts are going to be more symbolic than effectual. If he's smart. And I don't agree with some of his selections for his cabinet, but whatever. Hopefully they're smart enough at least to be like, look, dude, a fucking 90-foot fuck-off wall isn't going to stop a tunnel. That's not how physics works.
Yeah, it's not going to stop boats. It's not going to stop planes.
So, Samaj,
well,
if you were...
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh, if you were American, who would you vote for?
I definitely go for the God Emperor himself. Mostly because he is so counterculture. He's so out of the mainstream when it comes to politics. He's very much the unplanned for element in this whole thing. And a lot of times, given the way that the politics have been going in America, and here in Canada, very much the same way, they know how to play the game. And you need an outsider to maybe try and restart it, restructure it, and get things going in a different direction. So
maybe end the Democrats and the Republicans at the same time.
I think that it will create a shakeup within both of the big parties. So I think that they will probably change their opinions, change how they do things, and hopefully that change will be in for the better for the American people at least. I know that here in Canada it's certainly shaking things up here as well. Mostly because there's always been that mindset that when it comes to politics, you have to elect a politician of some sort or another. You can't have outsiders. You can't have people who have never been politicians just become politicians like this without like years of trying it, being in the Senate, yada. And here comes Trump, no experience whatsoever, wins it, just floors it.
Just barrels in.
It's just a landslide victory. Pretty much a landslide.
If once you count in the recount, yeah, he did win by a landslide. If you really
that was amazing. That was my favorite part of this whole thing. The crybabies are all going, we need a recount. They get the recount. Oh! Mistakes were made.
All right, guys, decisions were made. We're moving on. That's pretty much all they can do from that. Mistakes were made.
The Russians hacked the recount.
It's all the Russians. The Russians burnt my toast this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and the funny thing is about this, and we'll probably move on later on to the subject of the media and how they're taking this whole thing. They just can't take the hint that they've lost.
Yeah, they keep doubling down. That's like the worst thing they are doing right now. That's the last thing they need to do.
And not a day goes by. Like, I live in a completely different country, and we keep hearing about Trump here. Every single day, he's on the radio about how the awful, terrible person he is. All throughout all the radio news and everything is talking about him. I'm like, oh my god!
Like, you guys have your own issues too. I mean, I've been hearing about what was it? I don't know if this was recent, but some Justin Trudeau stuff came up recently. I think
there's always Justin Trudeau stuff coming up. If it's not the pronoun laws. Then his appeal. It appears that he's going to try and become the most anti-Trump politician in history. He'll do the opposite of everything Trump does. Like on 9/11, Trump will go to like a 9/11 memorial. Justin Trudeau, he'll go to a mosque.
I was so upset when I heard about him going to that mosque. I was just like, and separating himself, from the woman he works with, and it's just like, dude, you don't see how this is hypocritical to your own views.
Going to a mosque is one thing just for relationships, but just how he did it, when he did it, why he did it, and all that stuff, that was the problem.
Well, it's the fact that he allowed his own, the female people that he works with, he allowed them to be separated and made them have to, have their, I think they had to have their head covered and everything like that. And it's just like, that shows such a lack of respect for your own, would it be called coworkers or whatever?
In this case, it would be coworkers.
Associates or whatever?
Associates, party members, maybe.
Like if I had someone that I worked with do that to me, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be livid at him. I'd be like, how fucking dare you?
Absolutely.
See, my thing is with this whole thing is I was really hoping when I saw that Trudeau was doing that, I was kind of like, okay, you're a fucktard. But I'm so hoping that this is, the jolt that feminists need. That like, you know what? We don't like Islam. Islam's fucked. Like, I would love for them to, because unfortunately the feminists and the social justice-y noodleheads have the mainstream media's basically endorsement. I was kind of like, I would love to have these people on our side for the Islam fight, and then we can deal with them later, because Islam is the bigger fight. Like, I still criticize SJWs all the time. I'm not Dusty Smith about this, but but Islam is dropping bodies. So I would rather deal with the people dropping bodies before the people dropping pronouns.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Unvarnished might be joining us.
Nice.
Yay.
So, not sure if I've met him.
Her.
Sorry? Yeah, my bad.
So, Wrath, I'm going to take a guess and say you voted for the God King also.
Yeah, dude, I would have voted twice if I didn't want to go to prison. Well, the thing is where I live, Utah, there was speculation that we were going to go yellow with Ed McMullen. And I wasn't sure how Trump was stacking up. I didn't expect him to get those sweep wins. Those kind of upset wins on the East Coast. So I thought that Utah might have been the deciding vote on whether he gets in or not. And if it went independent, we were screwed. I didn't really want to vote for Trump in the sense that it's like, this is the candidate I most believe in. It was more of a, there's no independent that has a chance in hell of beating Hillary. Yeah. And I really don't want Hillary.
Yeah, no, like Hillary is just suicide.
Well, quite literally. I mean, do you think we'd be at war with Russia right now? 7 days in, if she would have been inaugurated on the 20th?
Possibly.
I
think Putin was watching the election with his hand over the nuke button, just waiting. Making sure.
Yeah,
like he has like the nuke button, like one hand hovering the nuke button, the other hand holding a vodka. He was like, okay, I'm going to celebrate or kill America. One of the two.
Yeah. Nah, I was so pissed about how Hillary just kept on pulling the woman card. I'm like, fucking stop. I'm going to vote for you if you have the merits, not just because you have the same genitalia I have. Right. Jesus.
And that's what I hated about Hillary. Her whole campaign was woman card and bashing Trump.
Yeah. How are you an outsider? Oh, well, it's because I'm a lady. It's like, fuck you.
I have 30 years of experience. It's like, do you want us to look at that experience, Hillary? Because it's not, I wouldn't even bring that up if I were you. I would leave that alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm not giving you my vote just because we both happen to have badges. Like, fuck that.
You would have to actively show that she is different for me to even consider it.
Oh, God, it's Butternutta.
I've hijacked your live stream.
Oh, hey, boy. What up?
Not much. I got a new headset. How do I sound?
Good.
You sound all right. You didn't buy a new computer again, did you?
No.
That was too long of a pause to believe you.
No, I did not buy a new computer again. I am still down to only 3 computers.
Well, why didn't you?
Gotta buy that headset, dude.
Because I have a mental note that I must reset modem before running out to buy a new computer.
And by mental note, you mean you painted it on the wall, didn't you?
By mental note, I still have that bank balance etched in my brain.
Oh, true that. That's gotta hurt.
Except, actually, the computer that I went out and bought was, and I'm not trying to justify it, just saying, really cheap on sale. I got it for less than $300.
What did you buy? A freaking what are those called? Like the Chromebooks?
No, it's a full Windows-based computer, 16-inch with the number pad and everything. Acer.
Huh.
Like, it was a good buy, but it was also a useless buy because I could have just used this one.
There you go.
Well, that was your mistake.
Yeah.
So, not to interrupt or anything, but what are your guys' thoughts on the whole Sargon thing that happened recently?
I have no idea what happened, so...
I haven't seen his video about it, but I've heard about it. Apparently, he's been, like, temp banned from Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently he sent gay porn to one of his rivals on Twitter. And then in his video, he's all like, I don't know how this happened. It's like, you don't know how this happened. Well, you don't have any inkling.
There are child porn accounts that are still active on Twitter, and he sent gay porn. So I mean, like,
porn,
I mean, it's like
porn's Twitter not that big of a deal on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Twitter really has their priorities kind of screwed up because they have illegal child porn on there, and then apparently Sargon gets suspended for gay porn.
Makes perfect sense.
It's like you have a block button, bitch. Stop complaining. If you don't like what someone's posting, block them.
Exactly.
Well, no, Sargon should do like an SJW thing and be like, why are you blocking me for gay porn? Are you guys homophobic?
That would be great. It's like well, apparently Twitter's homophobic because I posted gay porn and blocked.
Well, apparently it's because whoever his rival was, I don't remember who exactly it was, but I think he's not a fan of gay porn, and that's why Sargon knew the guy would be a lot more offended by it.
He only knows alt-right, so I'm gonna take a guess and say it's an alt-right.
You say, I'm thinking Devin Tracy or Richard Spencer.
I think it was no. I don't remember.
I mean, Richard Spencer hasn't really been doing much, so.
Yeah, he's been kind of laying low.
Ever since he got decked.
Yeah.
So I don't think there would be any.
To not punch a Nazi.
I don't think there would be any reason for him to do that to him right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
You see, call me a freaking what's it called? Libertarian if you want, but I'm a punch second kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't punch first, but I'll punch second through fifth. Like you're not gonna get another punch in after you hit me first.
It really pissed me off how cowardly that sucker punch was. It's just if you have a
down with a running start, come on.
Exactly. If you have a problem with somebody, you go up to their face and you put your fists up. You don't fucking sucker punch them. So cowardly.
I mean, a sucker punch, if you're squared off and you just whip one out after you squared up, I can respect that if you stand your ground after you punch them.
If you don't
run, then I have no respect for it.
Yeah.
What if you just pull out a gun and shoot him?
Well, then I expect somebody to shoot back.
Ground.
Well, then you should expect to get raped in jail. I mean, yeah.
Jeez.
I was going to say, then they're going to turn a pencil sharpener into a hot dog sleeve.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
No, but I hate how people are making excuses, where they're like, oh, well, he's a Nazi. So it's just like, dude, I don't care. As long as he, isn't hurting anybody, I don't care what his beliefs are.
His ideas.
You say his ideas are screwy, and I don't agree with them. But I haven't heard him advocate for violence or say that his Eurocentric plan would require violence.
Well, it's like he
just wants to be left the fuck alone. Like he wants him and all his Eurocentro buddies to have their own state, like how BLM wants to have their own state. Let's make them neighbors and then just see what happens. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, it's I hate. Yeah.
I don't.
But then they attack him for words. Like okay. You're turning him into the Martin Luther King of the Eurocentric.
Yeah, you're only helping his point.
You're making him a martyr by attacking him physically.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I would call him a Nazi. He is a nationalist, but not a supremacist. There's a difference between them.
Eurocentrist is what I would call him, or a nationalist, either way. But he does have a preference to white people. It's pretty blatant. But he hasn't said anything to say, oh, I wouldn't employ black people or minorities. I wouldn't be neighbors with them. He's just like, I prefer white people, and I think white people should have more power than we did than we do right now. It should be like the 50s again, basically.
Yeah.
Makes him a shit, but he's not a violent shit. I don't know why people are conflating these things.
No, it's like how I really hate Westboro Baptist Church, but I do not condone assaulting them. You know, they have every right to express their opinions.
What's the deal? Why are we talking about physical assault? I thought we were talking about like Sargon.
Well,
did I miss something?
Well, when someone brought up Richard Spencer and the knockout.
Well, I brought up Richard Spencer.
That didn't even knock him out.
Maybe that's who Sargon was harassing with gay porn. As a possible idea, it could have been Richard Spencer. Because I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was. Richard Spencer's name only sounds familiar to me because he's been in the news so much due to this whole Nazi punching deal.
Oh, yeah. But, like, could you imagine the hell that would have came out if, say, that was one of the BLM founders that got sucker punched in the street? Could you imagine the chaos? Like, people would be dead.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
It's a firewall.
Yeah.
Yes. Huffle, I had a question.
Yeah.
I have a friend. Can I invite a friend?
Go ahead.
What kind of friend? A special friend?
A special friend.
A special friend that knows how to pole dance?
Okay. I think he went to go pee.
Never mind, I don't get the pole dance. Never mind.
Wait, your friend's a dude. Game over, sorry.
You're thrown off our ratio. Didn't you know that YouTube is secretly a nightclub?
What was it?
Well, okay, on to a different subject, I guess, since no one's talking. Someone think up something.
You're the host.
What were we talking about before?
We were just talking about Richard Spencer's sucker punch when you got in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the 5-finger bitch punch? Because running start didn't even bring him to a knee. I was like, bro, don't even do it at that point. Because, like, I mean, I saw the video of him, like, he did a video at his house that night. There wasn't even a bruise. He didn't even give him a black eye.
Dude, I wonder if the guy who punched him, his hand is broken. That'd be the best thing ever. At least sprained. Like, he has to wear a cast for the next couple days.
Well, like, if you look at... Sorry.
I was just going to say he dislocated his finger.
Yeah, Phil Spencer assaulted my hand with his face.
There was something I wanted to bring up, but I can't remember what it is.
But if you look at, I believe it was Competing Forever's video about Antifa, most of them are like scrawny normies. So it's no surprise that this Antifa person could not take on Richard Spencer, who's a pretty stout guy. He's not a small man. So I don't know.
Did you see that video of them getting like tackled by the police? Like the police came and they were like wearing their little black getup, you know, like the riot police
their
getup
little
thing, and the crowd's like cheering them on and stuff.
Yeah. Well, because some of those guys were blocking people from getting to their jobs. Like,
I saw that video with like this scrawny little Antifa guy gets in this dude's way, and the dude that he was blocking from going to his job, because they were letting the black lady through, but not this white guy.
Yeah,
the dude had about a head height on this guy. A little Antifa guy.
He could probably taken them all on.
And the little chick who's smaller than the guy punches the dude, and the dude backhands her, and she almost goes to the ground.
Yeah, what did he say? He's like, try it again.
Guys,
try it again, bitch. And then she tried to say, "Yo, he hit me for no reason, unprovoked."
Guys, thanks to Ashlyn, we now know who was the one that that Sargon sent the picture to.
Ah.
Oh, look, my cat's here.
Kitty! Okay, I'm gonna look this guy up.
Okay, so here it is. This is the guy that it was sent to. I'm not going to actually show it. So. I'm not going to actually show it. So.
Hello.
Hi.
I think that's hilarious though. It's friggin' epic troll right there. But at the same time, I mean, what did you expect, Sargon?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in his video, he was trying to say that he just asked some question to some political figure.
Yeah, I don't know if he forgot he sent the 2 games.
Yeah,
I was going at it, or if he was like trying to deflect from it, but like, come on, Sargon.
Yeah, I really I wanted to come out with a video kind of explaining it and being like, oh, never mind, I forgot I posted gay porn.
Okay, I'm sort of behind on this. I know that might have been a thing, but I've not seen like proof of that happening. If you guys got proof of it, and I need to see it.
Are you?
There's an archive. There's an archive of the tweet that Sargon sent him, and it's a black guy sucking off a white guy.
You sound like a Scotsman. Are you from Scotland?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where else would I be from?
He's my Scottish cat.
She is my. Well, I'm her Scottish cat, and she is my little narwhal. She's my co-host of a show that I do called Shooting the Shit, which I do every week, and I've been doing it. It's like for at least over a year. I mean, it's on show 110 that was just finished, and then she popped in here. She said to me at the end of the show, she said, I'm away, I've got another hangout to jump in, and then she was like, I'll ask if they will invite my friend, and then, well, obviously you said yes, and then that's when I've popped in.
Yep.
Yeah, she's my co-host on another show. So that's how we know each other. And yes, I am Scottish, and yes, I am fucking drunk. Because it's Friday, and it's like 1:30 in the morning on a Friday, so...
Yeah.
But who wouldn't be drunk? Who wouldn't be drunk at 1:30 in the morning on a Friday? Unless you're some type of feminist or something.
What if I was not drunk at 1:30 in the morning?
You're a feminist. This is.
Yeah. What if I'm a
feminist now?
Sleep at that time?
If you've got work on a Friday when you've not got work in the morning and you're not fucking drunk, there's something wrong with you. Like that's how Scotland works. Okay.
I have children.
And
that's more
your children will be in bed. Your children are supposed to be in bed by like 10 o'clock. Start drinking when they're in bed, and they'll be fine.
As far as I'm concerned, kids are a reason to drink.
Exactly.
I still have to get up in the morning. With them.
Right. What's your point?
No one's telling you
the same thing. Samaj,
yes.
Wrath.
Yes.
Do you think I'm going to be sober at 1:30 this morning?
No. No, he will not. But okay,
I was just fucking around.
The whole point of getting married is the wife wakes up with the kids, you put them to bed, right? Right?
Yeah.
I'm single dad. There is no wife
Oh.
Sucks to suck.
No, what do you gotta say? What do you gotta say now, Rav? Sound terrible now. A struggling single father doing the best he can.
Let's hear the rest of this explanation on how my imaginary wife.
He's an independent man that don't need no woman.
Exactly.
I believe the word is big though.
I believe the word is fucking female male. Like
her mouth
is funnier.
Are you calling me a female male?
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what I just said. Just switch the gender roles.
Aren't you from Scotland?
Yes.
You're the guys that fucking wear skirts.
Yeah, but usually we wear skirts to go to war. We wear skirts to go to war, not armor, right? That's what makes us better.
Isn't
okay?
that so you can lift the skirt and get
We're not. We don't wear. No, listen. What is the best? What makes it more frightening? A big fucking warrior guy there sitting in fucking armor, or a guy running for you that doesn't give a fuck that's dressed in a skirt?
The armor guy.
No, the guy that doesn't give a fuck, that doesn't have armor, because he knows he's better than you, and he's going to go through your fucking armor, and he's wearing a skirt. It's like this guy is wearing a skirt for war. What's more frightening than that?
Armor.
Breeze the blows his skirt.
No, armor is not scary. Armor's like, this guy's a pussy, and that's why he's behind armor.
No, the frightening part is the breeze that blows the skirt upward. That's what's frightening.
But we do that before we go. This is the thing. Exactly. It's a scare tactic.
English started laughing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a scare tactic.
They're so busy laughing that
you get your fucking head chopped off.
Kill a couple.
Right. Exactly. It works. It works in any way you want it to work. Okay. It works. It worked for us. That's why we did it. Okay. These faggots that are wearing armor and shit, they're like, it's faggots wearing armor. Fuck it. We'll just get our cocks out.
So here's the question: why do most people refer to the UK as British and not Scottish?
Because English.
English, they don't like being called English, as I recall.
No, they do. No,
the Scottish people don't like being called English, is my understanding.
No, they're Scottish.
Not really. No, we have
Scottish people come from Scotland.
Exactly. English people come from England.
There's a wall.
We all come from the UK, though. We all come from the UK because
they have a wall to divide. They have a wall to divide so that you can know where the drunks are.
Exactly. The Romans did build the wall to keep us Scottish out, and it's still there. It's called Hadrian's Wall. They did actually build the wall.
It's the Irish who
which worked. Well, it was more back in the times. It was more Celtic. So Celtic would have been like the ones from Ireland and Scotland, and then you got the Romans from like Rome that were coming up. They invaded England, took over most of England, and then they built Hadrian's Wall, which was like a wall to keep the Celts out. And the Celts were sort of like Scottish-Irish mix, and they were fucking mad.
So, I really... Yeah?
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that I find this history lesson quite fascinating, but what does this have to do with Donald Trump or his wall?
I don't know. Someone mentioned the wall. Someone mentioned the wall in Britain.
It worked. Well, it worked. It worked for
it did work.
It did work.
It did work.
Because it was guys wearing skirts. Mexicans don't wear skirts.
Yeah,
we have to think of something a little more innovative.
No. It worked. No, it worked because you had to get to the wall and then devise a way to get over it, right? By the time you devised a way to get over it, the guys that are supporting the wall, like the security guards, have already fucked you, okay? So it doesn't matter if you know how to build the ladder. By the time you build the ladder, most of your guys are dead. They don't finish the ladder.
Well, I just you guys are drunk by the time they get to the wall, so no one thinks to dig a tunnel.
No, they were already drunk. This is the thing. They were already fucking drunk, and that's why they walled it off. They were like, we've killed like millions of these fuckers, right? They still come in. They're still coming.
But
like they have no idea of defeat. They're fucking. They're mad. Build the wall. Stop.
I just want to let you guys know that you guys have received a history lesson and also a war tactic lesson by a Scottish cat.
Unvarnished.
Very useful.
Yes.
Unvarnished has a really good point with the comparison between skirts and ponchos, because a poncho is just a skirt you wear around your neck.
So a wall could work.
But it doesn't have the good tactic of just pulling it up and showing your big fucking cock, right? So.
Well, I'm sure if you get a large enough poncho.
See, it was quick access, man. It was just quick access. That was the other point of the kilt. Would be quick access. I mean, there's so many reasons why you would want a kilt. There's just so many different reasons. But the English fucked it because they're frigates and you wanted trousers.
Mourn's worn a quilt before. Kilt before. He's worn one before.
I have. I have plenty of times. We always do it in weddings and special occasions like weddings and stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, it's itchy though. I have a reaction to wool, so it's quite itchy. So when I do, it's not good. Doesn't look good sometimes.
I hope you guys now have that image ingrained in you, the itchy Scottish cat.
Yeah. A cat in a kilt.
Of itchy nethers when I have a kilt. So it's like all the time. I'm always like in the corner going, oh, it's awful. I hate wool. Wool has a reaction, but I do it for special occasions.
Well, apparently you have a fan in the chat there, Scottish chat there.
I can't see the chat. So.
Oh,
probably
I'll put the link into the sidebar. There you go.
I don't. Okay, so you're gonna have this repeating to you in this, like probably when I click on it, but I'll mute it.
Just right.
That'll be fine. No, I'll mute it and it'll be fine. There we go. I got it. Fine, done it. Who is my fan? Okay,
Well, while you're trying to find your fandom,
yes.
Let's get back on the topic of politics and how much we like or hate Trump.
I'm sorry I pulled it away from them. So.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
I'll give my opinion. I don't agree with all of Trump's policies or anything like that, but I do respect somebody who's trying to and actually upholding a lot of his campaign promises.
I should also ask, because I'm curious, do you prefer to him call him Trump, God Emperor Trump, or Daddy?
I would prefer either Trump or God Emperor Trump.
All right, save Daddy for someone special.
Of course.
See, the women who call him Daddy have sex with him.
Yeah.
I have yet to unlock that achievement.
So
I'm pretty sure he gets an achievement for hooking up with you. I don't think you get an achievement for hooking up with him.
But he's president now. That's achievement unlocked.
I guess. I guess it's like a bronze trophy because I play PlayStation.
Let's see.
Faggot, why aren't you playing proper games like on the PC?
Because he likes
I know I'm changing the subject again.
I actually do both. But the achievements on PC don't have a specific representation.
And besides, the PlayStation is a console that actually works.
Oh, shots fired.
Well, we're saying consoles.
Consoles.
I feel bad now.
I've not played consoles. Honestly, I've not played consoles since like the PlayStation 2. I've always been PC now, so I'm just all into the Steam, like Steam games and all that shit. Anyway, we're talking about fucking Trump and stuff. Don't get me into that shit.
Here, let's
okay. Well,
put this train back on the tracks.
Yes. On the topic of Trump, what about the Women's March?
That was my grievance with the Women's March is that they friggin', for one, it looked like a clusterfuck, okay, and for two, they are trying to act like they represent all women, like everywhere.
Wait a minute.
You don't represent me at all.
They don't represent women.
No.
Oh no!
Dude, I really, really hope that one of the gals that was dressed like a vagina got arrested for protesting too hard, and there's a mugshot out there of a woman dressed in a vagina costume.
I didn't see it. I watched as much footage as I could find. I wanted to see someone with the Donald Trump mask just running around stealing pussy hats.
Oh my god!
I wanted that so bad.
I wanted.
Great.
I also wanted some troll to just go up and start playing with the clit, just for fun.
Oh man,
I'm a bad man.
Yeah.
When you're famous, they just let you do it.
No, yeah, exactly. They would let me go up and buy the pussy, right? That would actually happen in Scotland if they'd done that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Did they have any of the Women March in Scotland?
If that happened in Glasgow,
You know,
it would have been a thing.
There are in some cases, not grabbing a woman by the pussy would be considered neglect.
Oh, I've had girlfriends like that. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Are you
honestly?
Sure about that?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, look, leave me alone. I'm not up for it tonight. No.
No, I've actually been in relationships because, like, bitch, I fucked you twice today. It's like I'm gonna play my games now. I literally fucked you twice today. I'm gonna go play my games.
Can we not just watch a movie? Can you just leave it alone? Like, stop pulling on it. And it's not going to work. Look at it. It's dead. You've milked it.
But then the question becomes: Did you only dick her, or did you do more than that?
Obviously.
No, I decked her twice. Look.
Well,
what more do you want?
I'm talking about did you finger her at all, or eat her out, or all that kind of stuff? You know, for courtesy's sake.
I decked her twice. What more does she want? Okay.
So you're a two-pump chump. That's your problem.
Exactly.
See, my problem is you know, after I've jackhammered a bitch twice in the same day, I'm tired. Okay.
Exactly.
I just want to play my fucking video games.
I was drunk. I wanted to play my video games and shit. Look. It's not my fault that she didn't get. Look, I try my best, okay? We've been at it for hours.
Try my best.
Try my best, okay?
It just sounds to me that you all need to take advice from Donald Trump and grab him more by the pussy.
Well,
no,
if she wanted that, but that's the point. If she wanted that, I would finish her off. This is the thing. If she wanted that, I'd finish her off. But in this case, she wanted to do more dick. And the dick ain't gonna. The dick was just like, no. I was like, yeah, but the dick was like, no. Like, I can't do nothing about that. Yeah, but no. If she wanted something else, I'd be like, fine.
Yeah, but like when they want the D, and the D's just like, bro, dude, I just ran a marathon. I'm done.
Exactly. Yep. Like, I'm done. This isn't happening. Like,
I've never run into this problem where you know, we were usually when we're done, we're both done. We're both satisfied. We're both done. My boyfriend, I've never been like
most of the time
that twice and then still wanted it.
Well, see, here's how it happened for me. I was 25. I just got back from deployment. I've been sleeping, 3 hours a night for 9 months. And I was dating a 20-year-old nymphomaniac.
Oh, jeez.
That's it works.
So yeah, it was fun, but sometimes I just like, okay, I have 9 months of sleeping about a third as much as I should be, so I need to do some catch up. So I mean, you're gonna have to settle for 2 hour-long, poundings, okay? 2 a day is your cap.
Yeah.
Because I still gotta go to work.
No, that wasn't my problem. I was so fucking drunk.
I'm usually fine with one. Because, like,
I mean, it was amazing that it happened twice. Never mind just once. It was amazing that it happened twice. And I was so fucking drunk. I was like, fuck it. It's like
I'm usually fine after 1 because then I want to go and do stuff.
It's like 10 in the morning. It's like 10 in the morning. You're fucked out your face. It's 10 in the morning, and it's like your dick just goes, nah, how about no? I'm like, but dick, and you can sit there for as long as you want to try and like, you know, it's like that. How about no, mate?
Kind of encourage him.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. You can't. It's done.
My boyfriend, after he goes, he can stay hard. He stays hard.
No, well, you can, but not after you've done it like 10 or 20 times and you're fucking drunk.
Like, after so long, you need to call a doctor when that.
Well, no, not like hard forever. It doesn't like last like an hour afterwards or something crazy like that. I'm just saying it remains hard for a little while after.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, sure.
But it doesn't work. It's not like it just disappears. You can't keep humping it when it's like it stops.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless she's so loose that you can stick a floppy in there and it stays in.
Yeah, exactly. There's a point.
He can go for a little bit afterwards. After he's already gone, he can go for a little bit afterwards.
Oh yeah, everyone can, but there's a point where it stops and it's not working anymore. It's too.
What does all this have to do with news?
Don't know. It's the Scottish one. The Scottish guy came in the chat and then they started talking about cock. Females, man, females.
Italian, and he's just went off topic a bunch of times. I'll take the blame.
The next.
No, I will completely take the blame. I don't know how it happened. It's dead.
Well, whoever takes the blame has to decide the next subject then.
I can come up with something.
Okay, what do you got?
All right, so Trump recently did something with torture, of suspects and things like that, waterboarding.
Oh yeah,
and all that.
What do you do?
He was told by, I believe, the FBI director or someone like that hey, torture doesn't really get good info, and Trump's like, nah, man, nah, it gets good info.
Wait, I watched Warren linked me to a thing where he was like with the friggin' prime minister.
Theresa May.
And he was saying that he's gonna go with whatever his general or whatever the person is gonna do, but he's like I disagree, but we're gonna go with whatever. So we're not gonna torture anybody, okay, guys? Yeah. But so I guess that's one of the things that's one of the things I disagreed with Trump on, so I'm like fine with it. He can have whatever opinion he wants, but
yeah,
it's definitely nice he's gonna go with somebody who obviously has more experience than he does.
For sure.
And I hope that he continues to do that. If he doesn't have experience and somebody else does, that he'll defer to them. Mm-hmm. So I hope he can do that.
Well, that's what a president should do, and that's one of the things I didn't like about Obama. Is Obama just, pardon me for saying this, but he kind of seemed like just a really skilled bullshitter.
Oh my God, he did.
He's a
like one of those people who's really good at sounding like he knows what he's talking about, but doesn't.
There was this guy I was tweeting with, and he was telling me that Obama has high approval rating for somebody just finishing I think he told me that Obama's approval rating was like 56%, and I was like, I don't know where you're getting your approval rating from, but mine says his is at 47 from, and
I was just about to say.
Don't know what you guys think, right? But you're from the US, so I'm like complete different perspective and stuff, but the perspective I've got for Trump is it's pretty funny, but he has done what he said he would do, which I've never seen. Yes. Have you seen anyone, politician, prime minister, anyone getting the power and actually fucking doing what they said they would do? And I have not. I have not fucking seen it, and he is doing it. He is doing what he said he would do. And
it's only been a matter of days, and he's already done so much.
Exactly. He got rid of the TPD. The TPD was fucking awful. which it wasn't the TPD, it's TPP.
TPP
was fucking awful. He's got rid of that. He's done so much. He's already got rid of that. He's signed the thing to do
the Obamacare,
the wall thing,
apparently,
the Obamacare thing.
He apparently wants to get out of the UN also. So
yeah. Oh, and he's gonna help stop a mass migration from certain Islamic countries.
I am not saying
the ones that are having terrorists, basically.
Yeah, he wants there to be more.
But I'm not saying it's all good, right? I'm not saying everything he's doing is good. I'm just saying everything he campaigned for, he's actually fucking. He's singing the things to make it happen.
You know, one of the things I'm super
what other
happy.
Politician can you say?
I'd like to have shit actually done instead of being static for 4 to 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me another politician that has put through so many things that they said they would do once they got elected.
Not in my lifetime, as long as I can think.
Not in mine. I can't say it either. And it doesn't matter if you disagree with him or agree with him. He is doing what he said he would do. Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit, this is new. This is a new thing. That's never happened.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, there have been politicians who do what they say, but they mostly do the little easy stuff immediately. That way, when they get into office, like immediately off the get-go, they say, "Look at this. He's living up to all his campaign promises. He's doing this. He's doing that." Trudeau did the exact same thing, but since then he rolls back on it. He doesn't do it later on. Trump still has 4 years. All right, he still has 4 years.
Yeah.
Wait a couple years. If he still doesn't live up to the rest of it, like if he starts the wall process but doesn't really follow through, then you can start getting on his case.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to get so much shit if he does that.
Well, yes, but he also
probably worse than any other president.
He will, because everyone's watching him. Everyone is watching this guy. Okay, and I think another tactic he's doing. He's keeping himself relevant because he knows how the press works, right? So he's trolling them as well. He's sort of saying little lies and stuff and making sure he's always news. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he did do a lot of that.
I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he did a lot of that early on, and I don't think he's going to do that much anymore.
He's still doing it.
Well, predominantly the reason why I say he's probably not going to do that anymore is because now he's president. Now he doesn't really have to troll them. He's already in charge.
Right.
And so like
he has to keep the news hype though, I think.
Yeah. He has such a thin skin. I'm not sure he would take, not doing anything very well.
Yeah,
I think he's doing this because he's like he wants us to like him.
I think the worst the press could do would stop talking about him. If they would stop talking about him, I think that would trigger him more than if they were giving him bad press.
Yeah, I think
they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop though.
I know they're not, but that's why I think he's trolling them. I think I think he's doing it. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. It doesn't matter how bad they're talking about him, as long as they're talking about him.
Yeah,
I think that's his tactic.
He knows how the game works, and he's using that to his advantage.
Yeah, he's trolling
the banker in Monopoly.
Yeah, pretty much. He keeps just doing shit that's retarded, and he's like, "Yeah, that's retarded. I know it's retarded. I know they're going to fucking talk about it, but that's why I'm doing it."
Yeah, I'm really hoping that he'll be able to call out shit when he sees it, because definitely, like, that needs to happen. I remember years back, I remember hearing about Obama. He was going to meet up with like all the bankers that screwed everybody over and give him a talking to. And he amped it up to be all like, yeah, I'm going to give it to him. And then he goes into the talk with them and he's like, okay, you guys, don't do it again. And it's like, what the fuck, man? People lost their homes because of this dude, or these people. Like, fucking rail them.
Yeah. Did you hear the extracts from, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but when the the press went to him and about access to the president, and and then the extras came back and were saying it was a fucking shooting range. He started going, "Oh, CNN, you're a bunch of fucking lying fake news faggots, fuck off," and stuff. And he gave them a right fucking whipping. Brilliant. I loved it. I loved reading every bit of that.
Yeah, that was great.
It's like, oh, it was great.
Definitely. It's like,
sorry, kid.
But like, I love how Trump has got so many, big corporations and things like that so scared that they're like, oh, hey, by the way, we're starting new jobs in the U.S. again. Hey, don't get mad at us. I'm really happy about it.
The best thing that I think, to me, one of the best things that Trump has done so far is Obama tried to give away like over $200 million and Trump stopped it. Like he froze it.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that?
To the Palestinians, right?
Yeah. Like, for one, I was like, what the fuck? Like, is Obama just, we're in debt. And instead of helping people and maybe helping the people he's supposed to stand to help, like maybe the inner cities and stuff and schools there and everything, and help his people that are struggling and everything, that are supposed to be the ones that are like looking up to him, like, oh, Obama's so great. Instead of helping them out, he's just going to give this money to another country.
Not only that, the thing that got me about that is that from a European perspective, the US are more Israel focused rather than like Palestinian focused, right? So it's like, why the fuck? Why? Like, it's like you wanted to keep that fight going so that the Israel people pay more for your weapons that you're giving them, that they're paying for and that you're giving them, and you're like, here, Palestine, you're fighting Israel's guys, right? So we'll give you more money, so you can buy more weapons, so you can fight against them, so that they then in turn buy more weapons from us.
Yeah.
What? Like, what are you doing? No, you either support one or you support the other. You don't support both at the same time, you fucking pieces of shit. Unless you're making a monopoly as a weapons dealer, and then that makes sense. Okay, then that makes sense because you want them to fight, because the more they two fight, the more they two are going to buy weapons from you, right? It's like, oh, fucking hell, what you do? But
I was gonna say the only winner in a war is the guy selling guns.
Yeah.
Which is the US. The US. You fuckers are selling guns to both of them. Like,
the UK is just as guilty of that, to be honest.
Oh yeah, well, obviously, but we don't have enough.
Most of the first world is selling weapons to other people, and typically both sides. It's like,
yeah, but
they're pretty much, they don't turn anyone away that'll pay unless they're North Korea. We don't sell to North Korea.
Fair, we're tiny, you're big, and I can pick on you because you're bigger.
I'll punch down all I want. I ain't Steve Shabs. I'm gonna fuck.
You fucking got nukes. I've got more nukes than you, and I'm like, I've got like 2.
Like, I've got like 2 and a slingshot to fire them. So
exactly. That's my point. No, don't know, but it's the hypocrisy that I don't like. It's like, I get the point, but it's a hypocrisy, man. Just do one or the other, or don't do any, and just sit there and go, look, if you're gonna fuck up one, we'll jump in, but don't like feed both, because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. If you're feeding both, that's bullshit. And I'm not saying every government don't do that shit, but I'm saying you've been caught at doing it. So.
Yeah, we don't hide that stuff very well.
Well, Hillary didn't.
Well, in America.
Well, I mean, there's all this stuff. I mean, I'm guessing we do shit too, but it's not out there. I don't know about it, so I can't have an opinion on it because I don't know about it. But this one, I can definitely have an opinion about, and that's my opinion. That doesn't change it, right? It doesn't change what I think.
Yeah.
If we did it, I'd be saying the same thing. I think it's hypocritical, and you shouldn't be doing it. At one point, you support Israel, and at the other point, you're fucking paying Palestinians $2 billion to go and fucking buy weapons with that money that you've gave them to hit Israel with. I mean, like...
See, here's the thing with Palestine and Israel. I'm pretty sure the Republicans like Israel and the Democrats like Palestine, is what it comes down to in American politics.
Oh, yeah, but American politics is fucked, though. It's either one or the other. There isn't, like... This is my problem with your politics as well. There's either one or the other. There's no... At least in our one, we have a couple of other parties to vote for, right? You guys only have, like, 2.
A binary system.
We have a couple. It's quite binary, but we still have another couple of third parties in there that could actually do something. You guys basically have 2, and that's it.
And Canada has like 3 viable parties in most areas.
Right, and that's bad too. I'd
say the US is just like, what we really need is we need a legitimate fracturing of both of the major parties to where we had like 4, maybe like 3 that are competitive, and then there's the one kind of eating glue that occasionally does something.
That's British politics. And they'll occasionally get in, and they'll occasionally change something. That's it. And it works okay. I mean, it's fine. It's not perfect, but at least better than just 2. It's better.
I don't know. I really hate the party system, because it's just like, I'm not voting for someone because they're a Republican or a Democrat. I'm voting for someone because I believe that they will do what's best for the country.
Yes.
You know? It's just like...
I hate the party system. I've never voted in my life.
I haven't voted either.
Proper party system. Like, even though we have 4... Well, I just wanted to say, even though we have like 4, you can say we have 4 proper political parties, right? I have never voted for any of them, because none of them are of my... All of them have got something, at least 1 or 2 things that I think, no, fuck you, you're not getting my vote, right? And that's with a 4-party political system. So if you have a 2-party political system, it's even worse.
Yeah. Well, with Trump, he's actually making me feel a lot better with the whole, with like when we were talking about the torture decision, that he's able to listen to other people and make decisions based on what they're saying and their expertise. I really love that, because for me, my vote is going to go for not only a candidate that I feel best represents, my values, but then not only that, I want a candidate who is willing to listen to other people and go, you know what, my opinions are not may not be the best. I'm willing to listen and shut them down for a little bit to try to get what's best for the country. That's what I want in a president,
Yeah, I hope he continues that. I do.
Definitely.
And I didn't vote because, like, so far I have not had anyone put forth a candidate that I have liked a whole lot, And I actually, so far, I'm starting to like Trump a little bit more every time he does something good.
Yeah, inch by inch, I'm kind of just he's...
So if he keeps it up, he'll have a better approval rating with me.
Yeah. Definitely.
And maybe if he has a good 4 years and he's going to go and he keeps it up for, the full 4 years and he tries to run again, I might vote for him the second time.
Yeah.
Because he did a good job the first time,
I'm trying to be optimistic, so I'm hoping for the best. So
definitely. I think that's better than been sitting there like,
Yeah.
these other people who are like, oh no, the world's ending.
Yeah, yeah. He's the next Hitler. Oh my god. We're all gonna die. It's just like, give him a chance, you guys. He hasn't launched any nukes yet.
Keyword, yet.
Yet.
The thing is, they act like he's gonna round them all up and like start shipping people off to concentration camps in the middle of the night, like he's the boogeyman.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh man, and just the comparing people are making to actual tragedies to this kind of shit, like
and not just actual tragedies, fake ones too, like Voldemort. You're Harry Potter. No, you're not.
I got
did we even read the same book? Because I feel like you guys didn't read the book.
Yeah, when it came out that Trump won, I got so mad on Twitter because there were some people on there that were comparing pretty much Trump being elected to 9/11 by saying,
that's so disgusting.
9/11, never forget the date that Trump got elected, never like regret or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the hashtag was, but I started tweeting at these people. I'm like, how fucking dare you compare someone getting elected to a huge amount of lives lost? It's horrendous. It's just like,
and not just the lives lost, but think about the people that they're not insulting. They're insulting the people that lost their lives. They're insulting their families. They're insulting the people that risked their lives.
Yes,
exactly. During that time, and they're insulting any rescue efforts that happened afterwards as well. Just the absolute, you are a complete piece of crap.
Yeah, if this is what you consider to be a tragedy, then you have experienced no real pain in your life. Go outside and get punched in the face or something, because you need to experience some hardship before you start making these kind of claims.
That really harsh. Don't do that. That hard.
That made me really mad though too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, don't compare that. Do not. Oh man, that's another thing that just gets me really livid, is just people making things like that for 9/11. It's just, ugh.
I think that this proves how like bubbly they are. I don't know. This is just like, it's like a gated community of like middle class to upper class people that haven't been. They haven't been in the real world. They've been like coddled in their the schools, the high schools, and the universities that their parents have paid for them to go to, and they're all in like this bubble, and they've not been out to the real roughy schools, the normal schools. That's what it feels to me. That's
they haven't experienced real life, you know. They haven't experienced fear. They haven't experienced, just all kinds of shit. It's just like they haven't experienced what it feels like to be on the verge of like losing your home because you're
no, it's not.
You don't know
how. Even that. It's not even that. It's they haven't interacted with like people that are below them because they were all in the same type of economy, right? Whereas like public school, you would have different people from different economies all in the same school. So you'd have like the upper class, the uppity ones, okay? Yeah. And you would have the less rich ones. You would have well, I don't know how to explain it, but I know what I'm trying to say. Okay.
These people, their parents bubble wrap them. Their parents demanded that the schools bubble wrap them. Yeah. And then that was the problem. And then they gave them little awards. They do this at public school too. They give you you participated.
Right. But if you were in public school, okay, if you were in like a public school that was open to everyone, okay, they also had groups. And they had the groups with money and stuff, and they were all quite uppity and stuff. They had the best clothes. They had the next one, right? And then they were on the popular. They had Nikes. They had the Reebok pumps and all that, right? And then you had the middle type tier ones that would want to be them, and their parents would try their best, although they couldn't afford the Reebok pumps and stuff. Trying their best, and they would get them, right? And then you got the lower tier, okay, and they would have the fake ones, right? Because they couldn't afford them, and everyone, the whole school would take the piss at the fake ones. They're like, "Oh, you fucking have fake ones, you fucking man, right?" You see where I'm going? You see,
like, what? You don't have an iPhone?
Exactly, and that built character though. But I think that built character. I think because you seen all of that and you felt sorry for, because you were like, what am I doing? I shouldn't really, like, because you were growing up and you were learning, right? You learned other people aren't as privileged as you, right? And you were like, what am I doing? I shouldn't be this way to this person. Like, you know what I mean? It gave you character, right? And it gave them character because you'd be friends with them and they'd get character and they'd, like, you would just interact.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it worked. But if you are in, like, a school that has, like, a limit to that type of person, even the middle or upper class not getting into that, okay? So you're talking about, like, the upper class of the public school.
Yeah.
Do you imagine they fucking people being in a bubble and not right? That's the type of people so them, right? They're the lower class in that school, right? And their parents are making enough to send them to a really fucking good school, okay? They're getting everything they ever fucking want, right? The upper ones in that school, what are they going to be like? They're going to be fucking awful. Like, no, honestly, the ones in the public school that were the upper class of the school hierarchy were awful people. They were fucking awful, okay?
You know, I just want to...
And everyone knew it.
More. But I just want to say, I did not have fake stuff in school. I had the Nikes.
Yeah, but that's because your parents worked their ass off for them, okay?
At the same time, let me say, at the same time, my mom, a lot of the times, was single, and she worked really hard.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones that didn't have that, okay?
Yeah.
That there was ones under you that didn't have that turned up with the fake one. That's the ones I'm talking about. I was in your shoes, okay? My parents did their fucking best to get me that shit, okay? But there was under ones. There was ones that came up with the fake ones because they had to get them. Because, like, if you didn't have them, you know what I'm saying? It's an analogy, but it's sort of what happened. They wouldn't have fake ones. They would just not have them, right? But your parents worked their ass off to make sure you fucking got them, okay? And that's my point. These people, do you remember the ones that didn't give a shit and they were just like, oh, I've got new shoes again? You know they ones, right?
Yeah, and they just ruin them because they would just get a new pair.
Now take them and multiply it to the underclass that didn't even get them, right? And that's your bottom class to the actual schools that these other people are going to, because you have to pay a higher amount to get your kid into that school, right? They're the underclass. So
people just need to get out of their bubbles. They just need to experience more, talk with many people. You know, I think one of the main problems that we have is that many people in our generation and such, and the generations around us, don't talk to people of older generations. And so
no, you definitely have to.
Yeah, like talk to your elders, even if they have opinions you don't agree with and things like that. Get their opinions and get their life experiences. You know, I talked to my great-grandmother about her experience in the Great Depression and all that shit. It's important to get these other viewpoints.
With class. I think it's a problem with class rather than like anything else. I think it's class.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a class problem. Because if you have money, you're sending these people to like you're sending your kids to like a fucking really expensive school.
Yeah.
They're not going to interact with the poor people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are poor people going to go to expensive school? They can't.
You know what? Another thing it could be is like it's not just class, so much as it also does with how you're raised. Were you given everything kind of thing? Because my daughter, for example, this just happened. Okay, well, it didn't just happen. This happened. She was probably like 7. She's about almost 9 now, but she was like, she got really upset and started crying one day, and because this was her reasoning, because mommy and daddy have a bigger TV than I do. And she flopped on the ground and started crying. You know how I handled that? I laughed at her. And then she felt embarrassed. And I never had that incident again. Because I was like, are you serious? Let me show you some starving people in other countries. And I laughed at her.
Oh, no.
Okay. She doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I think she understands like poor, but she doesn't understand poverty because she's never she's a little kid who's never experienced that. She's used to being fed properly, good food, you know, fruits, vegetables, fresh or organic. I buy her organic food and organic milk. I know.
Yeah.
Awful. Organic, you can afford organic. Fucking privileged.
I know.
Organic.
And so she's like had that and stuff, and she gets nice clothes. She does. She gets like really nice clothes, and she's got like the tiny little Vans and tiny little
I know, right?
tiny little Nikes in DC or you know whatever little tiny shoes or whatever. So she's
good pretty, mom. She's privileged. She's got a good mom. She's looking after her. She's making sure she's getting all the vitamins.
You gotta take those kids and you gotta pull them back every now and then when they do stupid crap like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
And I think these people weren't pulled back as kids and have been like, hey, no.
Yeah, you gotta push them out of their boxes every now and then, and just be like, hey, look over here, look from another perspective, try to empathize with other people.
You little piece of shit. Look, this little faggot ain't got an iPhone. Look what he's got. He's got like a BlackBerry from like 1999. Like, you're fucking lucky you've got a fucking touchscreen, you got a bitch.
All throughout high school, they were like, "You still got a flip phone?" And I'm like, "Yes, this is what I have."
He didn't even have that at high school. We were like, you still not got fucking Nike Airs. Like, you bought pumps.
If you came out with a flip phone, even I would be like, you still have a flip phone? That's how long it's
That wasn't even a thing. That wasn't even a thing when I was in high school. It was all like Reebok pumps and fucking Nike Airs and we didn't even have mobile phones.
I don't understand how people
privileged
with flip phones anymore because like I need to look up stuff like online.
Such an old man.
Like I work at a store, okay, and I'm like, oh, okay, like you can grab this coupon from our online site, and they'll be like, oh, I just have this phone, and I'm like, what? You got your flip phone? What are you doing with your life? I can't get you a coupon now.
Honestly, look, you're all on about phones and shit. I'm on about like proper things like fucking shoes. And it's only like a 5 to 10 year difference, right? And you're on about phones. I'm on about fucking shoes and clothes, right? You guys are on about fucking phones. If you didn't have a flip phone, you were a fucking piece of shit.
Well, my mom didn't buy us kids each a phone. We had a cell phone that all of us kids got to share.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I did not have a shitty cell phone until I was like 16, and it was shit.
I was 17, and what ended up
It was a proper phone though.
I was 17. I got a Razor, and I bought it with my own money. And well, no wait. My mom
A Razor.
That's what it's called. My mom paid for half of it. I'm sorry. My mom paid for half of it as like a gift to me. Then I paid my own bill. Like it was $10 add-on, and then I ended up paying my own bill. The
Motorola Razor. That was your first phone.
Yeah, that was my first.
Fucking hell!
It was red.
Yeah, I know what the Motorola Razor is. Okay.
I was cool.
Yeah. Right. My first phone wasn't even that. Like everyone had like a Nokia 10, whatever it was. The most popular thing. It's like a brick Razor. It didn't even flip. It just had a fucking shitty little fucking screen on it.
Razors were cool.
Yeah, at the time. These Nokias were like the old Nokia phones, like the 1050 or whatever.
I never had
1052 or something.
They
were the only ones that would. They were the only mobile phones that could send text messages at the time. Okay, don't know how privileged you are. You had that fucking Razor phone.
That wasn't our home phone. Wasn't a Razor phone. Our home phone that the kids shared was I can't remember, but it was some US cellular phone.
I'm talking about a fucking mobile phone.
First one yes. The Razor was my first one that I owned myself at the age of 17.
That was my mum's phone about 5 years later.
I probably see. The thing is, if my daughter wanted a phone, and then like let's say like I bought her one for her birthday or Christmas or something. Well, I'd probably make her pay for the bill, half of it.
Yeah, but it'd be touch screen.
An 8-year-old.
Yeah, but it'd be touch screen.
She doesn't have.
That's my point. That's my point. I didn't get one until I was like fucking like 14 or something, or 13, and it was a piece of shit.
I'm saying when she's older, but yeah, actually she does pay because she earns money. She does chores and she earns money. In fact, she
that's pocket money.
For some reason, she took like she was like messing around in the bathroom, and she like nicked some things in the wall, so she's paying that off right now.
That's pocket money. That's pocket money.
She buys people their own gifts, like Christmas gifts. She pays for herself, and
that's pocket money.
I'm just saying she does chores, and she also gets paid for good grades. She gets paid for A's, B's, and C's, and she
for C's.
It's pocket money. What you're talking about is pocket. Shut up. That's what you're talking about is pocket money. Okay.
Anyway,
like
I used to. What she gets. A's, she gets $1 for every A on a report card. She gets $1.
Pocket money.
For every B, she gets 50 cents, and for C, she gets 25 cents. But if she gets at the end, if she gets on the honor roll, then she'll get $10.
That's cool.
No.
And she has got on the honor roll and everything before.
I think that's still pocket money. That's what we call pocket money. It's like.
So I feel a bit guilty about. I feel like we've kind of taken over the stream. HuffleRuff, you haven't gotten a chance to.
I know.
Sorry.
Talk a lot.
Oh no, you haven't taken it over at all.
Is that sarcasm?
No, just jump in and say shut the fuck up.
Calls in and just won't shut up.
Well, what I do when this happens is I go, look, faggot, shut the fuck up. We're going to change the subject, or we're going to like whatever, and then that works.
Okay, so in Chicago this year, as of the 24th, they've had 37 murders.
Oh.
And last year, January, it had 51 murders altogether.
Didn't they have an outrageous amount, like at the end of 2016? I can't remember what it was, but it was outrageous compared to other places.
In many are white or black? Is there a white or black ratio on that?
In 2015, 28% of trauma cases were gunshot wounds. In 2016, it was 42%.
I'm surprised. You know what? I'm at this point, I'm lucky to be alive because of how many times, because I used to live in Illinois, of how many times I've been to Chicago. So you guys are lucky to have me right now.
No, I'm legitimately, fucking hell, legitimately asking, okay, if that is like
Chicago
a black gang, like I know there's a black gang problem. Like there's a lot
in
Chicago,
more
okay.
There's a lot more black impoverished people in Chicago. They have some really ghetto areas.
Okay? No, but they shoot each other, okay, a lot more. So I'm legitimately asking, is that is that a gang thing, like a black on black thing, or is that just an average?
I'm not sure.
Like,
I'm not
everyone, right?
sure what we'd have to look at and see them. We'd have to read what each murder was. I don't know.
Look, man, I know nothing about the US, but I do know
it could be gang. Some of them could be gang related. Some of them might not be. I mean, it's like Chicago does have gangs in it. It's got a lot of drugs.
Okay, I do know that Chicago has a problem with the Bloods and the what's the other one? The Crips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're both black gangs. Okay, and they both shoot the fuck out of each other. Okay, so like if you take that out of the equation, is that
it probably would be a lot safer of a place in all retrospect.
So I'm just saying it's nothing to be it's not racist or anything. I'm just saying, is it because they're shooting each other because they're in gangs?
Gangs are the main problem.
Then you've got a
violence.
fucking gang problem, okay? It's not a racism problem. That's a fucking gang problem. Stop shooting each other.
As soon as you have a poor area, it doesn't matter who's in that. You will have people that will join and become gangs. Will join gangs, start drug dealing and all that, and then you'll have a spike in violence.
Yeah,
like I lived in Illinois, where I lived at was this place called Morton. This is the most middle class place you could ever live in your entire life. There was so little crime there. There was like one more murder in like 10 years or something like that, and it was because somebody threw a baby in a dumpster.
What?
Yeah, they found a dead baby in a dumpster.
What the fuck?
I don't know if it's was 10 years or something, but it was a long time, and then there was like one murder, and it was that. And there's very little, and the drug of choice in Morton is like weed, so there's not like a whole lot of crime. And it's a very white neighborhood, and we had school. It was a very white school, okay. And I used to go to it, and I went there for 4 years, and all of a sudden at one of our school assemblies, I noticed that we had a black girl. Okay.
Oh my God, it's a black man.
I know. Well, I turned to my friends and I was like, "When did we get her?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we had her." And I was like, "I never noticed." I was like, "Do the two black guys know?" Two black guys. And we had racist. Oh my God, we got along so well.
It wasn't racist though. It wasn't. That is not racist. That's just pointing out.
No, we would joke around like that all the time. It wasn't racist. We had racist. Let me finish the sentence. We had racist nicknames for our friends. I had. Oh my God, I loved him. He was great. We had Asian Mike. We had racist nicknames for our friends and stuff. We had another Asian guy we called Hamster. And just this is how we could tell people apart. And then we get our exchange students in sometimes, and they'd be like, most of our exchange students actually were Asian. No, but we only had a couple of black kids there. And see, our two.
Good enough.
Asian Mike was actually from South Korea. Mm-hmm. And then we had we had to turn away from the other mics, the white one.
Definitely wasn't called Mike.
there was white Mike, I guess you could say. So we had Mike, and then we had Asian Mike.
His name was not Mike. Like, if he was from like South Korea, his name would definitely not.
He's half South Korean, and his name was Mike.
So guys,
he was born in South Korea. He holds citizenship in South Korea and in America.
Guys,
yeah.
We keep getting off on tangents.
I'm sorry. But I was just gonna say I don't understand about other people with this whole. This is like kind of a roundabout thing, but this whole racist thing. It's like, oh, this is how people got along. What are you talking about?
But on the topic of racism, apparently there was a KKK rally in a science lab.
Yeah, that makes sense. KKK always pop up in science.
Was that the one where it was?
It's the video. It's that video of the girl. She went past a science lab and saw something.
Oh, and she thought it was and she called them. Yeah, I read that. That's so dumb.
Yeah, and it was just a sheet in the window or something like that.
Can you put that article in the chat so I know what you're talking about? Or
it was a sheet that was over some equipment, is what it was. I believe.
Yeah, it was something to cover the lab equipment, and it was pointed. She walked by, was taking video of it, live streaming it, saying the KKK is holding a rally at our school, kind of thing. Because there is an active KKK group in her city. And, well, she didn't get close to it to make sure that it was KKK rally because she feared for her life.
Like, yeah, but the thing is, like, in a school, like, if the KKK holds rallies, they have, like, a little parade or, a little get-together.
Yeah, they go out in the forest?
They don't go to your school.
Yeah, and they're not going to be visible from the window. They're going to try to be out of sight.
And even if they did, they're not going to wear their hoods in your school.
Yeah, that too. Just how ridiculous that would be. Just you see a bunch of college kids dressed up in their KKK garb with their backpacks on. Just be like,
honestly,
if I head to ethics class.
If I saw somebody doing that, I would think that they were trolling, that this is a big joke, that they probably aren't actual KKK members. That would be my line of thought.
Just ridiculous.
It's probably Halloween.
Yeah, people just need to stop flipping their shit. It's like, it's cool, you guys. It's fine.
But there is something you guys might enjoy that's on a different pace right now. Let me share the screen. Someone is using Blair White's pictures on Tinder.
Oh. Is it a troll or are they catfishing?
Both.
Well, they're gonna have to be catfishing. If
she does it all the time.
But this isn't Blair though.
I like dank memes.
Yeah, this isn't actually Blair. It's just her pictures.
I like dank memes.
That's funny.
Men's
share it with everyone and then make sure everyone's seeing it so that it works.
Yep. Make sure everyone sees this.
Yep.
Well, that's not unusual.
It's definitely not Alexandra.
Yeah,
I like dank memes,
everyone.
Guys,
and
oh my god.
As soon as someone talks, I can't see it anymore. So if you share it with everyone.
If you click HuffleRuff's icon, it will come up.
Also,
yeah, I know, but if he does it right, it won't. I'm picking on people. I'm sorry.
You are. Yeah, that's okay. What's going on with Tinder is the same thing with any other dating website. That's not surprising in the slightest. It's just funny that it's Blair White of all people that you're taking the pictures of, and I have to ask:
Blair White's a tornado.
Well, that's what I'm about to ask. Is this a guy's profile or a girl's profile?
It's both.
It could be both. I don't know.
It's probably a dude on the other side.
I
don't know.
I've got a problem, okay? And I'm not being prejudiced or anything. But if their DNA says it's a guy, then I've got to say it's a guy. But I mean, if you want to be going with that that's fine with me. But
that's not prejudice.
I still think it would be a bit. I don't know.
If
I was going to go out with a girl, okay, and I found out that I couldn't have or kids and stuff, and I would be like, wait.
Well, yeah, they have to be honest with you before they start the relationship. They can't be. They can't pull a Riley Dennis.
I'm not being prejudiced or anything. I'm just going, wait, hang on. You can't lie to me. Like if I'm like putting myself out there and like dating you and shit, and we're getting along fucking quite well. Like I'm not saying right away, not saying first date or whatever, okay?
Yeah.
I'm saying we're getting on quite well and shit. And then you come out with, oh, by the way, I used to be a man. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, no. Like 10 months later, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, no. How about you do it on like the second date or the third date or something? So
for sure. Before it becomes an official before it becomes an official relationship, the person has to be honest and be like, yo.
And before you start a makeout session, because
for sure, that too.
People will feel taken advantage of if
like if it was a one-off thing, and you sort of just met in a bar or some shit, and they like I would see that okay. Right?
No, I wouldn't even be. If you're gonna start a makeout section or any kind of a sexual kind of thing, then you need to disclose that right away.
Yes, but I'm being a bit more liberal than that. Okay, I'm saying, okay.
I'm just thinking about the people who are really.
You met them in the bar. Okay, so one night stand type of shit. You met them in the bar. You fine. Okay, but I'm saying like on a date type thing. If you date them like maybe 2 or 3 times. The third time, you've definitely got to tell them. You definitely got to say, look, I was born biologically as a fucking male. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Look, there is a one thing to always keep in mind is that sometimes when you're at a bar or a party or something like that, and you're just having a conversation with people, sometimes there's the heat of the moment kind of thing will kick in, and exactly, and then some guy might just go in for a kiss.
And that's what I'm saying.
And then the other one could be a trans person and be like, oh, yeah, fuck, I'm ready to rock and roll, sure. I mean, sometimes these things happen, and then you get caught up in the moment and you forget to tell them. It can't happen.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. That's why I was saying. If it's like the second or third date and then it's something. Okay. Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, that's why I said, that's why I made that difference.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
actually do that.
There are people that will purposely try to trick other people because, ha ha ha.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, if I'm fucked, I wouldn't care. To be fair, look, if I'm fucked and it ends up being that way, and I'm just like, meh, you know what I mean? But no, if I've been on a few dates and shit, and then that's different.
The difference between a one night stand and having a committed relationship with someone. You gotta be honest with that person before you start a relationship. If you have any kind of information that is pertinent, you gotta let them know. It doesn't matter.
Point.
Yeah.
Honesty is good and able to have a healthy long-term relationship. You
get my point. It's not someone you've just met in a bar. That's why I said, that's why I made the point. It's like the second or third date.
Yeah, it's on the third or fourth date or something like that, and you're like, hey, by the way, there's all kinds of, other complications that you might want to tell people, like, hey, by the way, I have children, or hey, by the way, I used to, I
used to be a man,
I used to be a felon, I have a criminal record, things that make life a little bit more tricky. You got to be honest about that kind of stuff.
It's not a one-night stand type of thing. If it was a one-night stand type of thing, like you just met them in the bar and you fucked, it's fine.
If it was a one... Yes?
Apparently, Brianna Wu has been sending the FBI all the quote-unquote death threats.
She's
already done that. The FBI said it was nothing. It's nonsense.
Yeah. She said that they reached out to her about the records.
Do you want me to show you the screenshots of what the nonsense that she's been coming out with?
We already know the nonsense. You need to read something now.
Okay. No, it's fine. I won't then.
Here it is.
Yep.
No, wait, wrong one.
I've got them as well.
Okay.
The thing is, she isn't happy that they didn't do anything about it because there was nothing. She wanted like arrests to happen.
Crap.
What?
I just closed down the internet. Well, not the internet, but...
Well, you're still here, so you didn't.
Well,
still here, so you didn't.
Just start her up. I mean, we're still live for now. I mean, start her up, and you have like 5 minutes before it closes down.
Oh no, I've still got this up.
No, he's shut the wrong window.
Okay.
I accidentally clicked close, so now we can't see the tweets. I don't know where it is now. Somewhere on here.
Well, I've got a couple of screenshots of her anyway.
Okay.
Does anyone else kind of think that Brianna Wu kind of looks like old milk that's been left out in the sun for like a day?
Yeah.
No, she's a man. She's like
even for a man.
Tranny. No, there's people that can convince you that they're proper not men. She isn't one.
That's because she looks like old milk that's been left out in the sun for a day.
So guys,
she's running for Congress right now or something like that.
I know, top geek.
So is there someone here who can explain what's been going on with JonTron also?
What happened with that?
I don't know. Apparently he's pissed off the Hillary supporters and such.
I can explain what
I can't remember what he said, but he said something, and he's against the PC culture and him coming out about like that and something he said, but I can't remember. I can't quote. I'm not gonna quote.
There's a Sargon stream. Seemingly, he was on a Sargon stream earlier, and he's been filled in on the Gamergate thing. I don't know if any of you have been on that, but I have from the start. So I know a lot about it. But seemingly, JonTron didn't know anything about it, and on the Sargon stream, he's been told about what the fuck's going on, and I don't know what happened. Seemingly, everyone that I follow on Twitter has been going, awesome, JonTron's joined the fucking proper red pills.
So in other words, he's become a Gamergator?
Yes.
Sweet.
Well,
he had a quote before that though that got people upset with him.
Well, there's been a few people who it's sort of been believed that they might be Gamergate supporters, but not quite confirmed. Just because it is a thing. We can honestly say that most streamers and most Let's Players are pretty much pro Gamergate, but they can't say it because the opposite end of the spectrum is so vocal and so loud, and they've seen how people have lost their jobs and had careers ruined.
Just imagine what would happen if Markiplier started talking about his political views.
Well, Markiplier.
According to Milo, all these channels problem. It's like their duty. Not Milo Yiannopoulos, but the other Milo, the retarded one.
Milo Stewart.
The problem I see with Gamergate is that the press right at the start made it into like a political thing when it really wasn't. Like, it was about you being shit, right? And they thought, no, how about we just make it into, like, everyone just hated women? It's like, oh, these gamer fuckers just hate women. That's a good idea. And yeah, we'll just go with that, right? It was nothing, at the start, it was nothing to do with that, right? But now that they've made it into that, everyone in Gamergate started looking at how shit the media was, right? And then they found out that not only was game media bullshit, right, but all of the media was talking shit, and they just created their own. They created their own devil, right?
Yeah.
They honestly did, because I'm sitting here and I'm on the right and left at the moment. Like, I'm in the complete fucking middle. Like, there's some things that I fucking think Trump is awful at. Some things that I think is good at, and like, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking everything I hear from both of them are awful. On one side I've got Fox reporting fucking Trump's the most amazing person ever, and on the other side I've got, oh, he's evil, he's so racist, and I'm like, but he's not that, and he's not that. Where do I get my news from? There's nowhere I can get my news from, because I've already figured out that both of you are talking shit.
But you
like,
get your news. You can get your news from me.
And
I give you news.
No, but all they're doing, both of my news sources, both of them, not only are they doubling down, but they're going further to the right or left. So it's like, where do I get my news sources from? Right?
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's awful, man. It's awful.
You know, YouTube
Gamergate
really
did
has
this.
The only news source that millennials listen to now. So.
Yeah.
Well, you even got to double check that, because let's say Louder with Crowder or whatever that is. Like, he's got some good facts a lot of the time, and he's got some good news or whatever. But at the same time,
it's facts. It's facts manipulated to his. Fuck it. It's facts manipulated to his
he kind of cherry picked
agenda, right?
He did this like video about climate change. At least I'm pretty sure he was the one that did a video about climate change. Yeah, it was him. Okay. Anyways, that somebody showed me, and I was like, well, he cherry picked this fact because I know this fact. So I was able to be like, oh, wait a second. You know, while watching his video. So I already had previous knowledge, which let me catch it a bit, you know? And so you got to be careful with your YouTube channels too.
Yep.
And as long as you kind of also look into it, and I don't look into everything.
I do. I
don't.
I look into it quite a lot.
I don't have time to look into everything, but I do look into things.
No one does.
I do look into things, and you got to do that sometimes.
But I try.
I've retweeted things before that I found out, oh wait, that's not true. You guys are a-holes for putting this out here for me to retweet. I hate you all.
I know what you're saying, right? But I try. As much as what
he tries to be
like
a lesbian.
RuffRadio fucking tries to do, okay? Try to be neutral, try to watch every aspect.
He tries to be a neutral
I just give you my opinion, okay? It's just my opinion. Do what you want, look up your own shit. I will definitely show you the sources, or at least try to show you the sources on where I'm getting it from, and then you can make up your own opinion. Okay? Yeah. All my shit is just my fucking what I've interpreted from the sources that I've got.
Hey guys, apparently CNN has been banned from a television station. I can't remember.
Yay! I'll be back.
CNN is screwing themselves over so bad. They admitted that they were a fake news story when they basically threatened Trump that if he wasn't going to, kowtow to them, then they were basically going to continue. Oh, it's going to get worse, I believe is what I can't remember the exact quotes from the article, so don't quote me on any of this, but word for word or anything. But basically, it was like, if you don't kowtow to me, we're a news station on all these other places. It's going to get worse for you, kind of thing. Like, are you serious right now? So basically, you admitted that you're fake news, and you admitted that you will continue the fake news and up your game. You're an idiot.
Yeah. Well, and the problem is that many of them have the opinion that their audience is just stupid. And that is not the case, as we can see with how news is spreading more nowadays through YouTube and other sources. There definitely are some downsides.
A lot of the problem is, it's really hard to find out things, because sometimes I've got to dig really deep when I want to find something out. It's freaking irritating, because I'm like, oh, I'm reading this article. Crap, it's really biased. Let me go over to this article. And sometimes all you're left with is all you have is biased articles. So you kind of you have to use this as a source, because this is the only articles, the biased ones or something, and you're like, crap.
I hate having to do that. Ugh.
Yeah, so you have to, like, a lot of times,
bias, you guys. Just let me underline
the bias.
all the true stuff here, and just ignore all this other shit.
It's ridiculous. It's frustrating, and it's got to be frustrating other people, even regular people. I'm assuming it's got to be really frustrating to them too. And it's getting so ridiculous nowadays. It's just so
I think that YouTube, the whole people getting their news on YouTube though is really great in a lot of ways, because we've got these individuals now spreading this news and their opinions on it, and they are held, I feel, more accountable for their actions than the average news source.
You could get destroyed.
Oh yeah,
because other YouTube channels will make YouTube videos about your
people. People will find every single account you have online, and they'll be like,
"Hi, Noah."
But I think the only downside to YouTube News is that it's so quick to put information out there. I feel that
the downside about YouTube News would be it's YouTube.
This is Warren's mate that he lives with. So
say hi before I get wrapped away from this chair.
Hello.
Yay!
You're only there as a temporary fuck buddy.
So does anyone here find it kind of does anyone here find it kind of scary that the
my cat is bigger. You're on someone else's.
Guys, come on, focus here.
Sorry.
Don't shut your mic. Yeah.
So does anyone else find it?
Unless your mic, they can hear you.
Sorry.
Will you shut up?
Bye.
Does anyone else find it kind of scary that it's getting hard to tell who's a Poe and who's not?
Oh my gosh, yeah. You can't tell what's satire anymore. Ugh.
I mean, it's gotten so bad that I'm having
That's because it's so extreme. Like, the extremes have taken it past their extreme. They've gotten so extreme, it's extreme. They've extremed their extreme. And that you can't tell anymore. You're like, oh, this is probably true. That's how I'm like, this is probably true. They probably really did this.
I'm sorry for that factory that just happened. I am now back.
But no, that's actually really similar to what happened to the satirician. How he took Sean Head's misandry queen parody videos seriously, and then he responded to it and everything like that. Like, I'm really afraid of that happening to more of us, because you can't tell anymore.
Well, what I think is it's okay. But as soon as you find out, you're made aware of, hey, this is a thing, you should probably put out a video being like, oh, I wasn't aware and do a little retraction kind of thing. And then I think that is very forgivable.
Yeah, Satirtician did, I believe, apologize. And then he also, I think, he said some stuff on some other channels, but unfortunately he was not able to make a video on his channel because one of Shuan Head's fans flagged his channel. And so
actually, apparently it was one of his fans did it on accident.
What?
Yeah.
How do you report someone on accident?
No, you literally just have to click that flag, and so
really,
all you have to do is click flag, and then they're flagged. But he did talk it out with the person, and it's all good now.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of fucked, though. Why would they have a system
on his backup
like
channel? He did give a 2-minute thought about what's going on between them.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, I think that is perfectly forgivable and fine. You know, everybody makes mistakes, and I don't think we should be too hard on stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Unlike the people who keep doubling down on Candid. Just saying. Hashtag just saying.
What's this situation with Candid?
Well, okay. First, they were paid to steal this thing, okay, and then people had problems with it, okay. Their audience abandoned them and had in droves almost because there was a lot of problems with Candid, and instead of addressing these issues that Candid had, they kind of doubled down on it, and then that got people angrier, doubling down. And I'm guessing they doubled down because they got paid, but maybe they should have given the money back. I'm just saying.
And there's a lot of problems with it also. Harmful.
And then it had CP on it. It was an easy place.
Harmful opinions. He made a video where he even talked about how and showed how easy it is for them to do that kind of stuff.
Actually, I saw that.
Yeah, that was a good instructional video. Though I would like to say that I think the people that first pointed it out there's some people that sent Johnny Fox some stuff, and then I think that it got around, and then Harmful Opinions made his very informative video about it as well.
Yeah, he's trying to get Candid to fix the problem that's there.
Yeah, when Candid when Bering did the live stream with I forgot the woman's name, the one who's in charge of Candid and that infamous doxed video. Harmful Opinions had also sent some questions to Bering to ask her, and one of which was, how long is the contract run? And even if they were to give the money back, they are still obligated to, how long are their obligations to do this?
That is fucked.
The contract said 2 years. 2 years, which means regardless of if you give them the money back or whatever, you still sign the contract.
Regardless if they find child porn on there.
Yeah, if you have to say nice things about this company for 2 years, and if you can't, just don't say anything at all. However, in cases of Armored Skeptic, he has to do it because he's got the contract and all that stuff. Because he probably worked out a different contract, and he has to say it regardless. So I'm not holding him accountable for a lot of this stuff because he probably has a different contract that's probably worse.
I would hold him accountable for making such a contract. Like I would hold these people accountable for not looking into it further. Yeah. And then just signing up for something. You should really if you have a responsibility to your audience.
Yeah, don't just take the money and not ask questions.
Yeah, I don't mind people advertising.
Yes, you can I don't mind that at all.
That's fine, but
yeah.
I just look into what everything is first.
That, and I don't agree with gag orders. I think that sends a huge red flag that a company wants to silence you and everything like that. If a company has if they have if they have confidence in their product or service, then they should not have to give you a gag order, in my opinion. I feel that's really shady.
I think it could be also seen as a little shady, and I think it could also be seen as a company trying to protect, so somebody doesn't take the money and then flip on them. Yeah, so I can see a little bit of both ways, but like 2 years is a really long time. Yeah. That seems shady. But also, like, just think you should they should definitely, they deserve everything that they get, because you have a big responsibility to your to the people watching you. Okay.
Oh,
you have
for
a big responsibility to your audience, and you need to do the absolute best for them, not what is best for you. Because essentially they make, the big YouTube channels, you make plenty of money off of your subscribers. They will buy your products. They will donate to your Patreons and stuff. And so I think you need to be more beholden to them than you are to any products.
Yeah, any kind of product that you advertise to your audience, you must have as much confidence in that product as you do in your own channel. I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would completely agree.
Yeah, because like in the context of you know, I don't know, it's if you don't have the same pride in whatever you're helping to advertise as you do with the videos that you put out, then you shouldn't be advertising this thing, I feel like.
I think this is a good lesson for them, that hopefully they won't jump on board something so quickly again, just for money, because I believe that this is why they did it. It's just for the money. They will really look into any other products before they ever put it out there again.
Yeah. No,
if Candid doesn't kill their career.
No, I would really like love if I ever got big enough to like have me to get review copies of video games and such like that, but I would never ever want to be put into a situation where I could only speak well of whatever I'm being given. Like if a company were to try to, you know, give me a video game and something and be like, hey, by the way, you're getting this before everybody else as a review copy because we want you to only put out positive opinions, then I'll be like, fuck you. And then I'll burn the CD. Just like, nah, I'm going to give my straight out opinion. I'm not going to lie.
So by the way,
I think, yeah.
Today was the March for Life across the U.S. And apparently Mike Pence spoke at the rally. It's the first time a vice president has ever spoken at a March for Life rally.
Huh. That's interesting.
So what are your guys' thoughts on abortion and Planned Parenthood?
Morally, I don't care for the idea of abortion, but when it comes to the, you know, logically, I can't deny that there are some benefits and pros to abortion in the long term and things like that. So it's just one of those things where I feel that it's, you know, the ends justify the means. You know what I mean? You got lower crime rates. You got less people dying because of DIY home abortions, all that jazz. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, I really don't like it, but it's one of those really difficult gray areas that just, ugh.
I personally, I'm like more pro-choice. I personally wouldn't get an abortion unless I was raped or something. I would definitely get an abortion then.
Yeah.
But I am more pro-choice in everyone having that option to choose what they want to do. I do not think the government should pay for all your abortions and stuff. But that's mainly because I feel like you're making people like almost half the country is like pro-life basically. And I feel like you're impeding other people's rights and making them pay for something that they don't believe in. But Planned Parenthood, I agree with. I think we should, instead of the government paying for abortions, I think they should pay for pills and condoms.
Definitely. And sexual education. I'm not just talking abstinence only. I'm talking full on, you know, tell kids what's up.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I agree with better sexual education. I agree with pills and condoms. Yeah. The government paying for those things, and then individuals paying for their own
growing
their own
up,
abortion.
Yeah, growing up in a school system that taught abstinence only, but then having a mother who's a medic and a doctor who would just be straight up with me about everything and just be like, this is what's going down, this is what happens, be smart, take precautions, you know. So it always annoyed me going to school and taking sex ed, which was abstinence only, and just sitting there like, this isn't going to help anyone. You're only making people feel bad if they have done anything, you know. So it's just like,
I think it's better to prepare than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't think government should pay for anything like that.
Well, the sexual
not a
education, like
necessity.
through the public schools and parents, as a parent, you can actually not have your kid attend the class if you don't want them to attend the class in school. They always have that thing. It's not like a required class, and I don't think it ever should be a required class.
Well, here's my thing with the Planned Parenthood thing. They're independently wealthy. They don't need any tax dollars. They profit much more than they get in tax dollars on their own.
Yeah.
I just think that if you have more prevention measures, that it would really benefit, even if the government's helping pay for it, like the economy.
But I don't think that should be the government's job.
I don't see why.
Let me. This is my reasoning behind it. Okay, if the government does this, you will see a drop in things like single mothers, young mothers, and I think that is beneficial to society as a whole and to your society and to your government.
Definitely.
So that is why it is beneficial to government to pay for these things, because overall,
why does it have to be? But why does it have to be through Planned Parenthood? Why can't we have these services in just normal hospitals and
that would
pay
be nice.
for it in insurance? I don't see why we have to go to some middleman. It seems a little sketchy to me, you know.
I would be completely fine with that, it being included in regular hospitals as well.
Yeah. I don't see why it couldn't.
I still don't think that government should pay for any of this.
If you're not helping out with abortions, pills, or condoms, then I think you'll end up with a far bigger problem in society.
I do think
that's why I think the government should do it. Okay, I think I know I'm jumping in here as just being a faggot. We're just jumping in, but
it's okay.
But I think that abortion should be like the last resort. Okay, there should be the government programs. Free condoms, free pills. That like they're the basic things. Okay, if you're wearing a condom and you're having pills, right? If you're going to be having like a child, then there's something fucking wrong. You've been fucking up, right? You've definitely been there. There's something. You see where I'm going, right?
I think what you're trying to say here is, go for it.
If you don't want a child, okay, and it's an emergency like thing, and you definitely do not want a child, and it's too late to do fucking anything about it. Yes, I think like abortion should be like the last fucking resort.
Oh, for sure.
Last resort, right? I don't
condoms,
think
pills, things like that.
I don't think you should be having like free sex without any precautions and shit, and then just using abortions as like a contraceptive.
Abortion can really like harm your body too. If you
my point is, you should not be using abortion as a contraceptive. Yeah. Okay, that's fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
I think education on the because abortion isn't just like a bunch of benefits. You know, I got rid of the baby now.
Oh, I just got rid of that. That's fine. Hey, I just got fucking no, it's fine. I had something growing in me, but it's fine. Nah, fuck it. Just get rid of it. Look at all this blood and shit. Look. This doctor just put something up my pussy and then pulled out this little fetus. It's fuck all. Just throw it in the bin. It's fine.
Yeah, just talk about it like you went out for a manicure.
Yeah,
I got my nails done. I got my fetus taken out.
That's what annoys me about it. It's not like it's. I'm not religious or anything, but it's just gross to think about it, right? What you are doing when you're having an abortion, okay? You're like you're pulling something out that could be a human, okay? Doesn't matter if you think it's a human or not. Eventually, it could be. If you left it, it would be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're pulling that out of your body. Okay. You're making sure it isn't going to be, and you're fucking throwing it in the bin.
Well,
sorry,
I think
that's the last resort. I'm sorry, but that's the last resort. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you put. Okay, I'm not religious at all, but that's what they're doing. And at one point, did you not think about your boyfriend and just go, no, just look, I want your dick, right? But you're gonna have to put like a rubber on that.
I'm gonna take
or I want the dick, but I'm gonna have to take pills later. Like
So
there's so many different options.
I'm gonna make an educated guess and say I'm the only pro-life person here.
Well, yes and no. I haven't had a chance to talk yet. God damn it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just you make your opinion first, and then you get into the conversation. I think that when it comes to this thing, it is everything is a case by case basis. Not everyone is going in to have an abortion as a form of of birth control. And not everyone's going in there because they're like being lazy or whatever other kind of stuff. It is kind of a case by case basis. I do think that the key frame and one of the main reasons why a lot of people make the case for abortion is, of course, what if a person was raped? Yeah. Well, a lot of times, when you have places that are ridiculously religious communities that say abstinence only, of course you're going to get overwhelming pregnancies, but also there's an overwhelming pregnancy in fatherless homes as well. When there's no fathers in the households, often the daughters will get pregnant before they're able to do anything about it, and sometimes it's even before they've even started sex ed. So I mean, to tackle this, you have to tackle it in a couple different routes, and I do think that maybe, and I'm not all that for it, but early sex ed education. I think it is kind of stupid to teach kids about sex at junior high or even like that. But they have the access to the internet. They have access to other kinds of information, and they're going to do it more than likely one way or the other. And I don't like the idea of having to pay for condoms. I don't really like the idea of paying tax dollars because I tend to think that's on a personal responsibility. But the world is a different place right now, and kids are less structured than ever before. Yeah, and they're less responsible now than ever before. Yeah. And for that, I do think that we should have condoms being paid for. Because I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's one of the only options that we have available to us at this moment until we've sorted out things like the fatherless homes and the whole. I don't know how many schools are there that teach abstinence only. It seems like a rare thing right now.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Standard, normal, fucking no frills condoms would cost the government next to nothing.
Well, even
to be a government
I'm of the
thing.
Opinion. I'm of the opinion that
and if you want the ones that have got the different types of lube or the flavors or the ribs or whatever, that's your choice, okay? But the government should supply normal just normal default.
Yeah, we get it. They should have some sort of condom.
2 pence.
I'm just saying
it wouldn't even cost them a cent a condom.
Warren, calm down. You're going off on a rant again. You're a drunken rant.
Yeah, other people need to talk here, man.
He's drunk, and
I do this all the time.
I can see that. That's
tell me to shut the fuck up, and it'll be fine.
This is why I'm here. I reel them back in sometimes.
You two are the most talkative people in this stream.
But that's because we do a radio show, and you can't have dead space. So we're
literally, I think over an hour of the stream is just you two talking.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay not to have dead space, but when you have other people in the room, you gotta let them talk. Right?
Yeah.
You just gotta.
No, but you've got to be quick. You've got to be quick, or it's dead
I'm not
space.
being quick. Apparently, I gotta be loud, and I can't be loud because there's other people in the fucking house.
Loud and quick.
Well, just tell the
Loud and quick.
Just tell the cat.
Loud and quick.
Tell him he's a
Loud and quick.
faggot and tell him to shut the fuck up. Okay,
But
no.
lightning
Jump in.
wait.
Shut
I'll,
the fuck
I'll,
up.
I'll,
Lightning
I'll just start
quick.
muting him.
Yeah, lightning quick ends
Or
up
not.
being
Mm.
lightning quick ends up being 3 people talking over each other.
Mhm.
Right? Guys,
Yes.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Try not to be rude.
No, you go, 8-man.
All right.
No,
I
it's
think,
okay.
so I think we're gonna start ending the stream. I do
Okay.
want to show one thing for people. I have a online store, which if you've been following my Twitter, you know about it, but some people may not know how to navigate through it. So I just want to show a bit about that. Right here, I just got some little groups. It contains all these different images, but let's just click on this one. And when you're here, if you want to actually see the products, you have to make sure this is selected.
I really like that design. The skull, super cool.
And if it comes up with a product instead, then yeah, just still go over here. Like
Show us different colors.
Well.
Oh, that gray is really good.
Yeah, that's a different color. Show us the hot pink.
You won't always be able to go for different colors.
Hot pink for solidarity.
Hot pink, hot pants. Wait, what?
I really like that gray.
But basically, this is how you work everything, and that's how you navigate through it. And on top of this, I have a Patreon as well, if you want to help out down there.
Mm-hmm.
So
doing that.
You'll find them both. You'll find the links right here. Redbubble.
He doesn't have a real home.
If you enjoy the shows and like it, fucking donate to this man because he does stuff.
Yes,
I tolerate this stream.
and if I get enough money to get a really good camera, I might actually make videos with my face.
Yes,
Nice.
better stuff.
Dox yourself.
You get money, you can get better, right? This is how it works.
I've been
Yes, if I get
considering
enough
whether
money, I will
Better
dock
products.
I've been considering whether I should start doing any live action shit, but I'd kind of want to get a mask first, and then do
How
that.
ugly are you?
I'm not. I don't think I'm ugly. But I want to keep my my face unrevealed.
I was actually being a prick when I said that, but
well, then send us pictures after.
look, I'm saying if you're beautiful looking and you have big tits, why haven't you done it already?
No, I don't got big tits.
All right. Well,
shit.
why don't you guys shill your channels before we end it?
We'll let everyone go first. I'll go last, okay? Since I'm such a loud faggot.
The best for last.
Yes.
So I'm Lady Machiavelli, and yeah, go check out my channel, I guess.
Where is
you're
your
not gonna get
channel?
any big
Is it
hits,
on
but-
YouTube?
Yeah,
Where
it's
do
on
we
YouTube.
find it?
Huh?
I'm just saying, where is your channel and where do we find it?
YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
Those are all in the description.
Yeah.
So you'll find the Twitter handles and the YouTube channels.
But if you're looking for big tits, you're not gonna find it at my channel.
Oh, it's such a shame.
All right. Next up, the cat.
Me,
Yes. Don't
Oh.
go on a big rant though.
I will leave I will leave my lovely co-host to do the shillings, I think.
Okay. Then Samaj.
All right, I go by Samaj. Do not type in the letters SEMAJZ on any search engine, social media account, or nothing like that. Don't bother looking it up. Don't look it up. Don't type it in. But if you do, you're gonna have to hit the like and subscribe because you're already invested.
Description.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah. So
I-
unvarnished.
I'm at Unvarnished Void on Twitter, and this is at GPF _ Mournblade on Twitter. I am the co-host. He's the host of a radio show called Shooting the Shit. We do it every Friday at 5 Eastern. And we also have earthradio.co.uk, which you can visit. And a lot of the times I play gaming music stuff. If you donate, you can listen to things like early, otherwise they come out later. And we also do sell merchandise as well. Yes, that was the first fan art I've ever gotten of me, by the way. I love fan art, so if anybody wants to like randomly draw me, I'm totally up for it. I also have a YouTube channel myself, which I'm just Unvarnished Void on my YouTube channel, and I was absent from it for a while because I got busy and everything, but I'm going to start making videos again. I have a video up right now that's pretty recent that I did like just a few days ago.
I'll probably be making a guest video for her soon. Tomorrow, probably. So,
Yay.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I guess that's the end of it then. Subscribe to my channel and all that stuff, and donate to my Patreon, and buy stuff from Redbubble.
Yeah.
All right.
Give them your money.
Doing that, faggots. Or I will come down there in my kilt and get my dick out and whack you with it.
Mortgage your homes for products.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.